Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Monterey Trail High School Senior Awards for the class of 2020. We welcome the parents and guardians, family members, distinguished guests, and you, the honorees for the class of 2020. We are so proud of how much hard work and effort you've put into the last 4 years, and we know you are poised for success. And tonight we are excited to recognize you and all of your accomplishments. We are so proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2020 Mustang seniors.
Hello, my name is Beth Albiani. I am the president of the Elk Grove Board of Education, and I wanted to take this moment to say congratulations on all your hard work. Each student here has made a commitment to their education and growth over many years of school. This year is not ending as anyone could ever imagine, but please know we are proud of you and your accomplishments. In the words of B.B. King, the beautiful thing about learning is no one can take it away from you. Celebrate your knowledge, and I wish you the best in your next chapter of life.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Crystal Martinez-Saleri, School Board Member for Elk Grove Unified School District, and I'm making this video to congratulate all of you, class of 2020, on your senior awards there at Monterey Trails. I'm very proud of you, given the circumstances with the COVID this year, and hope you have time to celebrate and enjoy, and wish you the best of luck on all your future endeavors.
Special awards are given each year to seniors who have proven their talent and dedication in a particular program or subject area. Each department or program at Monterey Trail High School recognizes the commitment and contribution of an exceptional senior by giving them a department award plaque. I present your department award winners for the class of 2020.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Beam, and I will be presenting one of the senior awards for our AVID department. It has been an absolute pleasure of mine to have had this student in my health class, in AVID 10, and in my advocacy class for the past 4 years. Brandon Blanton is one of the most driven and determined students I have ever had the pleasure of teaching. I actually found a quote the other day that says, if you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, then no one can stop you. And the word that comes to mind when I think of Brandon is unstoppable. He has always seen the bigger picture and has set incredibly high goals for himself and for the life that he wants in the future. He has worked incredibly hard and has persevered over many obstacles. When many students would have quit and given up, Brandon kept pushing through. Ever since I have known him, he has had his dreams set on attending UCLA. In fact, when these seniors were sophomores, I didn't go on the SoCal trip, but I do remember when they came back, how much UCLA gear Brandon had. Knowing that UCLA is one of the most challenging universities to get into, I never doubted for 1 second that he would get in. And I have no doubt that Brandon will be successful in whatever career path he chooses. Congratulations, Brandon, and good luck in all of your future endeavors.
Hello, folks. Mr. White coming to you, and I have the opportunity and the privilege to announce one of the outstanding students from the AVID department who is being recognized for their contributions to AVID over the last 4 years here at Monterey Trail. Normally, how we do this is in the gym during senior awards presentation, and everybody's gathered there and the awards are made. And in the past several years, I've had the opportunity and privilege to make my share of announcements, just like now. And I kind of started a tradition of having a quote that I would find that expresses just some of the qualities of the person. And I'm not going to let distance learning stop that tradition. So for the individual that I have the honor to announce, I found this quote, and I'll go ahead, from a great scholar, thinker. And the quote goes like this: "Beauty might bring happiness, but happiness always brings beauty," unquote. Now, who you might say is that scholar, that great thinker of time? Well, it's none other than Miss Nicki Minaj. And having said that, this quote, I do feel, hits this person very well. I first met this young student in my AVID 10 class. And on the very first day, you have that feeling that this person has it. And by that, I mean all the qualities that we look for, not just in students, but also in the AVID family. Some people might say that, well, first impressions, you really can't go by them. You have to get to know the person more. That might be true, but in some cases, I do stick with that idea that first impressions can be spot on. And to do that, yes, I'm going to be a social science teacher and use evidence to prove what I just said. Some of the other teachers who have had the privilege of having this student contributed some of their thoughts about the individual. So let me just share a few of them with you. One of them, positive attitude and was always willing to help others. Boom. That's what the feeling I got as soon as I met this person. Another one of the kindest people I know, and has a way of not only including others, but inspires them to be the best, okay? Their best self. Again, another teacher, same reaction and same ideas about this person. I'll go on. One of those students whose work you want to save. Gentle soul, inclusive of all her peers. Spot on. Again, there was just something innate that this young person had when I first met them that this is so her. Oh, no, I already let it out that it's a young lady. Willing to risk asking questions and seeking to learn. Perfect. Again, that's the impression I had on that very first minute. Another one, compassionate friend, has an open heart. She is loyal, kind, and has a thirst for learning. I adore her. Again, from another teacher. And the one I'm saving for last, from another one of her teachers, was very proud big sister, and I will miss hearing her stories about her baby brother. And that one I kept for last because that's so, in a nutshell, what this young lady is. We speak about the Mustang family, but we also talk about the Avid family. And that is so spot on. The pride that she took in being a big sister, and just listen to her stories of tending to her younger siblings, is just fantastic. And the other aspect of it with that Avid family is the idea that just like any family or a parent, you have your children grow, meet milestones and accomplishments, and then move on. And that's what is so great, but yet so sad. This young lady has always inspired me from the time that she was in my class from Avid 10, and then just recently last term in term 3 for her senior year. Her smile would always be there, even at the terms when I did not personally have her in class. She would always stop to say hi, to talk, and that is what a family does. It communicates, it learns, it grows, and it loves. And just like any parent of a family, now this young lady is going to be moving on and leaving us. And to be honest, that gives me an empty feeling inside and a sad feeling knowing that she's leaving. But just like a parent and a teacher at the same time, you have that thrill of knowing that they're going to be going on to do greater and greater things. And it is my privilege and honor now to announce that one of the Avid Department awardees for this year is none other than Miss Priyana Bola. Thank you, Priyana. You are a 1 in a million. You're going to be so special. You already are so special that you're going to go on and do marvelous, marvelous things. And just know that as a parent, I'm a little touched that you were part of my life, but I hope that you come back and visit and let us all know the things that you have accomplished and are going to accomplish, because only good things are ahead of you. Priyana, thank you so much. Congratulations. Peace out.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I am Ms. Elatrish, and I have the honor of presenting the next Avid Award. The recipient of this award has been described as the most cheerful person and has a smile that can light up any room. And those are the words of both Mr. Ramirez and Mr. Llanos. I had this student in Avid 10. I had her in AP World History, and I've had her all 4 years in advocacy. I wanted to do something special for her, but given the circumstances, it was a little bit challenging. But here we go. I found her letter that she wrote to incoming sophomores at the end of her 10th grade year. And it is clear in these words that she is incredibly proud to be a Mustang, as well as a leader in our community. So in her words, here is her advice. Getting involved in school has multiple benefits, like becoming more comfortable in your environment as you gain new friends. It enables you to prioritize your time, earn community service hours, and it allows you to step outside of your comfort zone. She writes, some sports and clubs I'm a part of are varsity softball, JV volleyball, Key Club, Mon Club, Avid Leadership, Link Crew, and Poly Club. Staying committed to your goals is the most important aspect there is in high school. Stay dedicated to your words. One can talk the talk, but can he or she walk the walk? In relation to the core values, become a leader. Be honest to others, including yourself. Don't cheat your way through life. Respect others, including yourself. Be kind and receive it in return. Be confident and encourage your friends to achieve the impossible. Have community. Help resolve other people's situations if needed. Overall, sophomore year is a big challenge, but it goes by a lot faster than you think. Senior year, and then we're out. Get involved. It actually makes you like high school a lot more. This was written by Trissalyn Lee. Congratulations, Cherry. Your Avid family is so proud of you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Ramirez and I have the pleasure to introduce one of our many outstanding Avid students, Graveen Tour. What makes Graveen stand out is that she is unanimously loved by all staff and her peers. In fact, Graveen was such a unanimous decision by our department to receive the Avid Award. We all wanted to introduce her, and I am honored that I have the privilege to do so. Graveen is the model Avid student. She exemplifies individual determination and excels at everything the program has asked of her, whether that's Cornell notes, tutorials, CSGs, Wicker strategies, helping others, community service, being an Avid class president, and an Avid tutor this year. Graveen is a great promoter of the program, and we know that she is destined to be successful. On a personal note, Graveen was in my very first Avid class as a freshman. I can't thank her enough for this. Students like her is why I love teaching Avid. She made my job so much easier, whether that was just by listening, following instructions, being someone to talk to, getting the class to follow along, and of course, teasing me when I needed to do a lot better. There's a reason why every year I hope I have another Graveen in the classroom. Of course, I know there will never be another Graveen. It was an honor to have you in the program, and we cannot wait to hear about your future accomplishments. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Peters, you know, we had a really good group this year, really fantastic pathway. We had a really fantastic club this year, don't you think?
This year was the best year. I should say 2019 was the best year. 2020, question mark.
Yeah, that's true. Too bad we had to kind of stop it. But you know what Gabe and Vaughn did is they put up on social media some information that some of the kids are looking at, and which is really kind of a nifty thing. So that's why I really felt that John and Gabe deserved the Student Business Award this year as co-presidents and being really active in our pathway.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You know, between the two, you can't really choose, you know, one as the top because they're both just so great.
Yeah. Well, that's it, Gabe and Vaughn. Thanks for being part of the business club. Thanks for being part of the business department. You guys really did a fantastic job. Congratulations.
All right, guys, you rock. And now you get one of my very rarely seen dabs. Hello, my name is Mr. Peters. I'm one of the instructors in the business department, and I've had the pleasure to work with Gabriel Gabriasis. Gabe has been an active member of the business club over the years, and as a student leader, he wanted to increase his activity, so he started leading the meetings with weekly topics. He would choose the topic and create the meeting. He brought in mentors, guest speakers, he participated in recruitment efforts and fundraising. Gabe's always looking to connect with fellow students, and this has helped boost our recruitment from being really a smaller club to a fairly large-sized club. His warm demeanor puts everyone at ease, and he's always eager to share knowledge about the world of business. Gabe has thrived in business studies. He does a lot of research on his own time just out of love for business. He's also, though, excelled in several courses such as general business, economics, marketing, and leadership. Gabe's compassionate, and he's determined. He has boundless energy. He's quick to laugh, and as we all know, he's destined for a successful life ahead. So ladies and gentlemen, the Business Department Award winner, Gabriel Ghebreyesus.
My name is Pamela Vicchio Cabral, and I'm with the Business Department, and it's my pleasure to let you know about John Vang, an observer and a listener within our Business Department. His growth in our Business Department and the Business Club has been phenomenal. We applaud Vaughn's personal growth in communications and the ability to articulate his thoughts to his classmates. And after all, isn't that the whole idea about business communication? Additionally, as co-president of our business club, he has been able to speak to the middle school students about the business department that we have over at Monterey Trail and to convince them of the new entrepreneur pathway, that that's the way to go. And additionally, in speaking to the middle school students, he was active at all the Club Rush and at all of our fundraisers. He was and always is willing to volunteer his time. Thank you, Vaughn, for all your contributions over these past 4 years and all that you've done to help make the business department at Monterey Trail the best. Thank you. Congratulations, Vaughn.
Whenever.
I'd like to congratulate Ethan for being our top programmer for the class of 2020. Ethan, the computer science department thanks you for the creativity and the complexity at which you approached every project that you completed in your high school career. You really raised the bar for our classes, and we thank you for that. We thank you also for planning the first ever data hackathon. We hope to do you proud and continue that legacy. Ethan was also the Cyber Patriot Vice President. He was a member of that club for 4 years, and they are nationally known. So congratulations, Ethan. We look forward to hearing about what you're going to do in the computer science field in the future.
Hi, Katie. I just want to say that you are by far one of the most talented students I've had the pleasure of teaching and working with. And you've also been one of the most influential engineering students in our academy. You've literally taken all your learning and applied them to some really cool things. I mean, look, since you were a sophomore, you've helped design and build the trophies for the last 3 data mentor events. You even helped students with their engineering problems. You've helped them with different engineering techniques. And you've applied some outstanding art design, some of which I've never really seen before. You know, as you move on to college to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering, I'm confident you'll not only do well in school, but I believe you'll become an engineer who someday will help to create the world that never was. And that's why I want to present to you this year's 2020 Outstanding Senior Award from the Industrial Technology Department. Congratulations, Katie. Well done.
Hello, MT families. I am proud to announce that we had selected Amara Chum for our Counseling Department awardee this year. Amara has actually been our TA for 2 years. Last year, as a junior, she was a TA in our front office, and this year she was a TA for the College and Career Center. In that time, she was a TA in the College and Career Center. She has helped more than half of her seniors create web grants for students, and she has also helped them create their student portals where they could check their emails and their to-do items and also their financial aid. Through that time, she has maintained her professional attitude. She always comes in with a smile, never complains about tasks that she needs to complete. She's always willing to learn more about what she needs to do, and then she also comes in and likes to share what she has learned to her other peers. I am looking forward to seeing her come visit as a freshman while she's in college and maybe even train our future TAs. I want to say again, congratulations, Amara, on everything that you have accomplished over the time that you have been at MT, and I know that you're going to do big things going into your college endeavors. Again, congratulations, and we hope to see you soon.
Hey guys, it's Mrs. Munoz, one of the English teachers at Monterey Trail High School. The English Department Award goes to a student who has selected to take the most rigorous English courses that Monterey Trail offers, and in those English courses demonstrates exceptional skill in written communication, critical thinking, and analysis of a variety of texts. This year, the English department has selected a student with an immense work ethic and a clear dedication to learning. She is a leader in every sense of the word and collaborates and works with peers compassionately and humbly. Her mix of academic prowess and intrinsic motivation has made her and will continue to make her an unstoppable force. As her advocacy teacher for the last 4 years and as her AP Lang teacher in her junior year, and someone who will miss her very dearly as she attends UC Berkeley in the fall, it is my great pride and pleasure to announce that the English Department Award goes to Melinda Dow. Miss you, girl!
Mien Nguyen is a very dedicated and highly conscientious student. She is also a well-mannered young woman with a promising future. Arriving at Monterey Trail High School as a 10th grader, Mien has shown tremendous growth as a student in English development during her time as a Mustang. She has taken many of our most challenging courses with tremendous success and has earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.68. Mien has impeccable work ethic and strong study skills. More importantly, Mien has a genuine personality. Her peers and teachers value her enormously. Monterey Trail High School is proud to recognize Mien Nguyen as our EL Award recipient.
The Leadership Award is being presented to 2 students at Monterey Trail for 2020. First is India Collins. India was a 4-year member of student government and this year served as senior class president. Hannah Tai was also a 4-year member of student government and this year served as ASB president. Both were instrumental in running their respective class periods throughout this year, and when I polled the students on who they felt should receive this award, both were overwhelming standouts. I couldn't agree more with these students. These are exceptional young ladies with a passion for making Monterey Trail an amazing school for all students and staff. They worked long hours and contributed greatly to our school culture. It was a great pleasure working with them and getting to know both of them. And I'm excited to follow their continued successes. Congratulations, India and Hannah.
Hello everyone out there, staff, family, and class of 2020. I'm Mr. Strack, and it is my honor to be here to present the Math Department Award for this year's senior class of 2020. Our award winner this year has taken every AP and honors math course that is offered at Monterey Trail. I first met her this year when she entered my AP Calculus class. She's a little shy, but very sharp and always impressed me. I could always tell when the class was struggling with a problem and she would kind of sit up. She kind of liked to shrug a little bit in her seat. And she would raise a quiet, confident hand up there, and I knew she was going to have the right answer. I would also catch her giggling at my jokes that were kind of subtle and went over a lot of students' heads, so I know she has a good sense of humor. It was my pleasure to have her in a class, and I'm sure a lot of staff members could say the same. This year's Math Department Award goes to Alexis Saturn.
Hi, this is Ms. Fritz from the PE department, and I'm here to present the Department Award for Physical Education, and that award is going to Senior Jay Nin. Jay has been in the PE department for all 4 years. He's been at Monterey Trail, and he's maintained a 4.0 GPA. He's an exemplary student and is always motivating others around him. He works really hard, gives 110%, and I'm very proud to present this award to Jay. Congratulations.
The Science Department would like to recognize this year Taha Altakriti for our Science Department Awards. And we'd like to just take a quick journey through his kind of science career at MTHS.
Taha's journey began in 9th grade in honors biology. On the first day of honors biology, I asked all students to share out what their hopes and dreams are for their future, and Taha shared that he wanted to be a doctor. What I love about Taha is his passion for learning and his kindness and compassion for others.
I have Taha in chemistry. He was one of my best students. He's very engaging in class, asked a lot of good questions. The thing I remember the most was he's very gentle and polite, respectful kid. I just wish I had him another year in AP Chem.
Taha had me as a junior, both in infectious diseases and microbiology. While there are so many things that you can say about Taha, one thing that I did love was his honest thirst for knowledge. He craved information and he wanted to know more, and his knowledge never stopped. Even after I had him, after he was done with both of my classes, he would still come back wanting more information so that he could become a better doctor. He would even borrow books from me so that he can read on his own, just so that his knowledge could expand and help him in the future.
I had Taha in AP Physics last year, and I currently have him in AP Physics too. And what I love about Taha is his hard work. He is so hardworking. He is humble, soft-spoken, and this year I was actually lucky to see that his personality opening up a little bit, and he would often laugh in class, which I thoroughly enjoyed to see his left side.
And in his senior year, he took on AP Biology. And I just think of Taha as humble and always willing to ask a question, very generous and compassionate with his fellow classmates, and just a joy to have in class.
And I had Taha this year as well, as senior year in physiology. Of course, he was one of the top students in the class. He was always prepared for class. And I just want to let him know that in the future, if I ever did need a doctor, I would definitely feel comfortable with Taha as my doctor. I don't know if I'd be a good patient, but I'd be able to definitely feel comfortable with him as my doctor. So we would just like to congratulate Taha. So
congrats, Taha!
Congratulations! We love you.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Rio Seamers, and I am representing the Social Science Department. Today, we are honoring a young woman who is not afraid of a challenge. She has challenged herself by taking multiple honors and AP social science classes. She may be quiet on campus, but ask her about world issues and she will educate you on the problems while teaching you a thing or two. The Social Science Department has genuinely enjoyed watching Nicole Delgado blossom from a timid young woman to a confident lifelong learner. She's not afraid of sharing her thoughts or opinions. Nicole, it has been a pleasure walking the trail by your side, and we are so proud of you. Congratulations. The Social Science Department would like to honor a young lady who always has a positive outlook towards learning. As a freshman, she was commonly mistaken as an upperclassman due to her maturity, quality of work, and work ethic. Amara Chom, your teachers have enjoyed watching you mature into an inquisitive young woman who encourages others to be the best versions of themselves throughout our campus. Your teachers would like to acknowledge your passion for learning and your ability to have a positive outlook on life. You embrace every challenge with optimism. Your leadership and presence will be missed on the trail. Congratulations.
Hi everybody, my name is Mr. Fadias. I'm going to talk a little bit about Christian Munoz. He's won the award for our department, the senior award. You know, one of the things I love about Christian is that he's a super caring individual. He's a really good friend and he's a good brother. I got to know him through a few situations this year where I really admired how he was sticking up for his friends and his family. I really liked that about him. I also want to talk about his work ethic too. Christian has a great work ethic. I know that in certain subjects he struggled, but he was able to persevere because of the amount of studying and work that he put in. And he definitely knew how to ask for help when he needed it, which it takes a big person to do that. So anyway, Christian, hey, good luck in the future. We're proud of you, and I really enjoyed getting to know you.
Good evening, my name is Ms. Chapman Martin. I am a teacher of the deaf at Monterey Trail, and I have the privilege of presenting the senior award to Alex Alfonso. Alex is a very hardworking, motivated student that has made great gains and progress this year at Monterey Trail, and we're so proud of him, and I'm also honored to recognize his efforts as a student new to our school and new to this country. So I recognize you, Alex, and honor your effort, and I look forward to seeing where you go in your future.
Hi, Alex. I am so proud of you. Congratulations.
Here to honor Rachel for her outstanding work that she did in the visual arts classes that she's taken here at Monterey Trail High School. She had art with me, and in this class she was able to demonstrate her creativity and her attention to details, and I was so proud of all that she created in the class.
And she was also in ceramics and did an amazing job. Put in extra time, put great effort in, really wanted to master the skills, which is great. So having personal drive, and then just being creative and really embracing that. So trying new things.
And in addition to having the ceramics and art classes with us, she also had graphic design and mixed media. So she's an all-around creative young lady.
Yep, so keep making.
Continue creating art. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
When it comes to the performing arts, Kimberly Bernardo is a triple threat. During her 4 years at Monterey Trail, she was a member of the Impulse Dance Company and performed with the theater and vocal programs. She's also performed with various dance clubs, including Polly and Breakdance. In addition to performing, she has contributed choreography and volunteered to do whatever is needed to make sure that the show must go on. Congratulations to Kimberly Bernardo, the outstanding performing arts student for the class of 2020. As a 4-year theater student and co-president of the drama club, Nicole Dramino has established herself as a theater superstar. While she's excelled in all the roles she's performed in at MT, her performance as William Shakespeare in I Hate Shakespeare has to be one of the best performances of all time. Congratulations to Nicole Dramino, the outstanding theater student for the class of 2020.
I'm delighted to present the Spanish Award to Michelle Ambriz, a student that truly represents the core values of Monterey Trail. Since her freshman year, she has demonstrated true passion and dedication to the language by going above and beyond in all her work, always having the top grade percentages in the class. In addition, Michelle has been a role model for her fellow peers as they would seek for her assistance in the class, and she was always willing to help them with their academics or emotional support. It was fascinating to watch her work with her classmates as she would take the lead to delegate work among her peers and make sure that the final product would be quality material. I am very proud of the young lady she has become in these 4 years, a compassionate human being caring, strong, dedicated, respectful, critical thinker, and advocate. I wish you the best, Michelle, y muchas felicidades.
皆さん、こんにちは. My name is Anna Swin, and I'm a graduating high school senior who has studied Japanese for the past 4 years. A new language was complex compared to what I was learning in other classes, but it was an extremely fulfilling experience. I started off by learning hiragana, katakana, and kanji characters, and once I had the basics down, I was working towards improving my grammar, vocabulary, and even my understanding of Japanese culture. In my sophomore year, I was presented with the unique opportunity to participate in a student exchange program to Osaka, Japan during the summer, and use the communication skills I learned in Japanese class. I was paired with a girl named Sakura, stayed with the host family for 2 weeks, and I accompanied her to school at Sano High School and various other places. I was able to interact with other students, partake in class lessons, and even engage in their grand culture festival known as Bunkasai. I got to try dishes that I had never heard of previously, like okonomiyaki and gyoza, and see places that I'd never thought I'd visit. It was a great time for me to practice using the language with native speakers, analyze cultural differences, and left memories that will stick with me for the rest of my lifetime. Language connects people from all around the world through communication, and I strongly feel that Japanese has helped me reach out to new people and the students I was learning it with.
Good afternoon. Before I announce the recipient of the French language plaque this year, I want to take a moment to appreciate my 3 students for being with me these 4 years in French. I just want to especially appreciate Brantley. He had to take the district's challenge test to skip level 3 and move on to level 4. I just appreciate every single one of you, Francesca, Brantley, Trin, for the hard work, the consistency, pushing yourself, going the extra mile, and you guys have been so encouraging and so amazing. That said, the French language plaque recipient for this year is Trin Lam. Congratulations, Trin. You have shown yourself so outstanding with your work habit, the way you turn in work, timely manner that you turn in work. You are so consistent. You ask questions. You have shown a lot of progress throughout these 4 years, and I just want to appreciate you for that. So congratulations, and I wish you all the best as you move on to college. Okay? Au revoir et merci beaucoup.
The Outstanding Scholars Award is presented to the students in the top 10 based on GPA. Each outstanding scholar is asked to choose an educator who made a significant impact on their educational process. These are your outstanding scholars and their honored educators for the class of 2020.
Hey, Melinda. It is so exciting to be able to be part of this celebration of your accomplishments. First off, I want to tell you how much I've appreciated you as a student. You are someone who embraces challenge, leans into complexity, always is prepared, comes to class having really carefully considered the assignment, the text, the big ideas, and is ready to share your thoughts, and also really willing and open to enlarging and expanding your view by considering the ideas of others. And that has made our classroom a really rich learning environment. I also really appreciate you as a writer. You came in strong and you continue to grow in strength. Your writer's voice is developing, your precision, your depth of analysis, your control of language. It's just been a joy to read. I want to commend you again for all that you've accomplished and celebrate that. I want to just wish you well on your next big adventure, for which I think you're really well equipped. And most of all, I want to thank you for your contribution to our school and your contribution to our AP Lit class this year. It was such a great place to be, and I think you were a big part of that. Thank you, Melinda.
For my honored educator, I chose Ms. Kari Salazar, who's my senior English teacher for AP Literature and Composition. It's funny how I can't find the words to say right now, even after a year in the class working on my writing skills. I wish that we could have experienced Term 4 in person, and I remember our run-in at Costco with her saying, "I'll see you in 2 weeks." Well, that never happened, but even in a different format, she is still a phenomenal and outstanding educator. As for the class itself, the best part was that it was right next to the back gate, making it impossible for me to be late to first period. All jokes aside, as someone who is hesitant towards poetry and literature, I have come to appreciate its intricacies and how it comments on what it means to be human. I loved our small class size and the insightful discussions we had. I love the community in there, and I was never afraid to be wrong. As a class, we griped about how Venn diagrams are never the appropriate size, and we even have our own hand sign for the awkwardness. The class helped me embrace myself for all of my own awkwardness and enriched my knowledge of literature. As a teacher, Ms. Carter Salazar has facilitated an amazing learning environment that any student should be able to experience. She is kind and understanding. She is knowledgeable and can rattle on and on about authors and books. I wanted to recognize her for being a part of my senior year. She has prepared me for college in more ways than just teaching college-level literature. She helped us from letting us start our personal insight questions in class and then revising them, which was a huge help when I got my wisdom teeth out the week applications were due, to inviting a CRC professor to guest speak, to writing letters of recommendation for me. Thank you for everything you've done for me this year.
Hello, everybody, family, staff, and the top 10. I'm extremely humbled and honored to be a part of this group. I'll be honest, I'm sad not to be there in person and see all your happy faces, but this is the next best thing. Knowing many of you in this room, you all inspire me to be a better teacher, the teachers and the students, just because I want to be the best educator that I can be for you. And I want to thank all of you for making me who I am today. On to Newland, though. I'm super proud to be Newland's teacher. I met Newland this year in my AP Calculus class, a group of many smart people. But Newland kind of stood out, and I got to know him better when he asked me to write a personal letter of recommendation, as well as kind of proofread his personal insight questions. It was there where we found out we had a lot in common. We're both very determined. We both had looked for positive outcomes when things are going on, as well as we are both very passionate about running, which most of you still know. To me, the most impressive thing about Newland is his tenacity and his thirst for knowledge. Newland was never afraid to ask questions in class. And then when we went onto the online platform, he continued that. I would ask a question knowing that the class needed to say something, and it would be silent. You'd hear some crickets for a second, and then Newland would chime in confidently and just ask the right questions to get the class rolling, as well as gain his knowledge. So that kind of stood out to me. For me, it's just been truly an honor to be just a small part of Newland's journey. He's going to be an amazing person doing some amazing things, and I will never forget him. Bye.
Hi, my name is Newland Liu, and I chose Mr. Strack as my honored educator. Mr. Strack has always been there for me whenever I needed him. He is kind, thoughtful, and extremely supportive. Being the teacher for AP Calculus, one of the hardest classes on campus, he's had to go through watching our class struggle through his brutal tests and endure with our stupidity. Despite all that, however, he is always looking out for us and believes in our full potential as students who are constantly learning and growing. Being in one of his classes, it is unmistakably clear that teaching and helping students is one of his true passions. Thank you.
I would like to say a few words about Kent Glenn. First of all, I would like to say thank you, Kent, for honoring me as one of the influential educators in your high school career. When I think about you, I think that well-rounded student is a term that you probably define better than most. You are an excellent athlete, you're an excellent student, you have a real thirst for learning, which is going to serve you very well in the years to come. But more important, perhaps even than that, is that you are a really fine human being. You are kind, you are compassionate, and that, along with your wonderful sense of humor, has made you be such a joy to have in class. So I thank you again for this honor, and I wish you all the best. Wish I were there in person to attend this and to give you the award in person. Thanks, Ken.
I'm honored to be chosen by you, Simran, because you are the type of student that every teacher hopes to have in their classroom. You are academically brilliant, and you have accomplished every task put in front of you with excellence. You are smart, you are creative, and you are innovative. And while you are academically strong, you are also character strong. You are humble, kind, patient, and a caring young woman with a brilliant mind, but more importantly, a wonderful heart. You are a hard worker and very committed. Even when it took you and your lab partners multiple times in microbiology to get that full credit stamp, you never gave up. I can see so many great and wonderful things in your future because it is a bright one. I know you will continue to learn and grow in your future academic career and that you will be an asset to UC Davis. They are lucky to have you. To the parents of Simran, I have had the pleasure of teaching both of your daughters, and I want to thank you for putting two wonderful young women into this world who will make it a better place. One of the greatest gifts of being a teacher is to see the immense potential in the future generation, and your daughters are part of this. To Simran, I leave you with this. The only limitation you have is yourself. You are braver than you believe, you are stronger than you seem, and you are smarter than you think. Believe in yourself because I believe you will do great things.
Hi Dom, this is Miss Sangha. I just wanted to say that it was my honor to be a part of your educational journey. You're such a hardworking, diligent, and a humble student. In the last 2 years of AP Physics 1 and 2, I've always noticed you be a kind person to everyone around you. You have such a passion for learning, and I've always liked your attitude towards learning. You're never stressed, you always take everything lightheartedly, and I'm just so proud that I got to know you as a student for 2 years. I wish you the very best for your future.
Jasmine, congratulations on your achievement of being an outstanding scholar. And thank you for honoring me as an educator that has made an impact on your education. I've known Jasmine for several years. She has been a regular volunteer 2 times a year on our book crew. Our book crew, it runs our Scholastic Library book fairs, and they're completely student run. So I could always count on Jasmine to be there for hard work, dedication, support, help, you name it, she would do it. She's a quiet force. And I can't tell you how much, Jasmine, you honor me, as this is my last year in education. So I know that you will go forth and be very successful in your endeavors in the future, because that's who you are. I wish you all the best. Congratulations, and thank you.
When I first met Nicole Delgado as a freshman, she was so shy she did not speak to me for the entire year and most of her sophomore year. However, over her junior and senior years, she grew to become a supremely confident leader. As one of our senior drum majors this year, Nicole was consistently one of the first to arrive for a rehearsal or performance, helping with setup and logistics, and one of the last to leave to make sure nothing else needed to be done, because that's what good leaders do. Then she would go home to what I imagine were hours of AP homework. The more responsibility I placed on her, the more pressure she was under, the harder she worked and the calmer she seemed. Not only was she cool under pressure, she thrived in it. Nicole demonstrated an ability to quickly process large amounts of information, then disseminate that information to others in a calm and concise manner, never seeming frazzled or like the moment was too big for her. Nicole expertly negotiated the balance of friend and leader, able to be firm when the band needed it in one situation, and able to relax and joke around with friends in another. She made others want to do their best. They did not want to let her down because they could see how hard she worked for them. She earned the respect and friendship of many in the band program. It has been an absolute pleasure to have been Nicole's teacher these past 4 years and watch her grow into the confident and strong young woman she has become.
I met Mr. Smith my freshman year of high school, and I am not ashamed to tell you that I spent most of that first year completely terrified of him. He was always very vocal and assertive, and he commanded the classroom in a way that I'd never seen done before. Where most teachers were gentle and nurturing, Mr. Smith was harsh, but really constructive, and he brought out the best in everyone. Even when I was incredibly stressed, he made sure to focus on me as a person. And during my first 2 years at high school, the years where I was terrified of talking to him, he still made sure to at least try to connect with me. During my junior year, I became the junior drum major of the marching band, which was a lot of responsibility. But even though I was terrified of, not of leading, but of having to interact with Mr. Smith, he somehow made me feel more comfortable. When I was really stressed about being late to a practice, he made sure to pull me to the side, and he asked me if I was okay. It's a common response, and so I answered with a very fake, deadpan, I'm fine, that I'm used to giving a lot of people. But somehow he saw right through that, and he wouldn't let me leave his office until I had told him what was wrong and relaxed. Honestly, I'm really glad that he did that, because he knew that that kind of behavior would rub off on a band before even I did. My senior year, things only got harder because I had more responsibility with AP classes, struggles at home, and obviously my new role as senior drum major. If it hadn't been for him, I might have had more than a few episodes and freakouts. But he made sure to keep me calm, and he connected with me as a person. Even though I was terrified of him for the first 2 years of high school, by the end, I am so glad that he made the attempts to connect with me, because it gave me so much confidence knowing that if I could talk to someone like him, someone who was so confident and assertive, maybe I could talk to anyone, and maybe I could be confident as well. I think without Mr. Smith, I wouldn't be so confident. I wouldn't be so sure of myself and so capable. Honestly, because he gave me such a hard time in the best way possible. It even gave me enough confidence to make a few jabs at him too, just to make up for all the teasing that he had done to every member of the band. Because he cares about us as people, not just students, and he cares enough to bring us out of our shells and to help to shape us into the people we are today. So thank you, Mr. Smith. You really were my favorite teacher.
Hello, everyone. Mr. Y coming at you with the opportunity to say thank you and express my deep gratitude and humbleness at being nominated as a teacher to have an impact on a student here at Monterey Trail High School. The person doing that honor for me is none other than Mr. Taha Al-Takriti. Taha, thank you so much. It has been a true pleasure and honor to have known you both as a student and as an individual. Because of virtual graduation, we have to kind of keep this real tight and short. I could speak for hours on you, Taha, but when I think of Taha, I do think of the old expression, still waters run deep. And to me, that's Taha, the student that, not necessarily in class with the, I got the answer, pickle me in. No, just that. And I use the expression of quiet confidence. That student, he's there. That knowledge is going in. He's just saying, give me the knowledge. Give me. I need this. I want to be successful. I can do this. And that quiet confidence is what sticks out most for me with Taha. This goes back to A-Push last year when he was in my class, and then this year manned up for taking both the AP economics classes. So every day that he was in class, he had that quiet confidence. You could see the gears grinding. He also did me the pleasure of allowing me to get to know him, as I said earlier. He would stop by after class where we would just visit. He might be done with a business club meeting. We might talk about some of the material from class, or we just talk about current events, what have you. And then that's where that other side of Taha came out. That quiet side, but still a little one-line zinger here or something like that. That self-deprecating humor, maybe a zinger meant at me or another person in the room at the time. And it was just so great to see that quiet confidence does have the other side to it. Taha, thank you so much for everything, for the opportunity. I am the better teacher. I am the better person for having gotten to know you. And for that, I say thank you. It was all you. It was you that took that quiet confidence, that lifelong learning, if you will, and you're going to use it for the rest of your life because it's just what you are. No matter if you're running another campaign for Gabriel or whatever line of work you're going to go in, you are going to be successful. Taha, thank you. Congratulations to everything you've done at Monterey Trail. But more importantly, congratulations on all the successes that are coming your way. And I want you to please come back and visit and let me know about all those successes. So again, Taha, thank you for this. It means the world to me, and I will always treasure it. Have fun. Congratulations. Peace out.
First, I want to congratulate Alexis for being selected as one of the top 10 students. I'm not surprised at all. Alexis is the type of student that every teacher wants to have in class. She is very academically driven. In AP Chem, she's always very friendly and like to have other students. She is polite and respectful to teacher. She has many good qualities. One thing I remember about Alexis the most is that she's often made this special cookie and pancake, dessert at home. And she would bring them to our chemistry tutoring. And she gave them out to other students because she knows we are always hungry for food. She's just very sweet and special, caring person. I believe she will do well wherever she goes. I am just glad and proud to be a teacher who had a positive influence on her high school education.
Hey, so congratulations, Andrew. If I were to say something quickly about this student, anybody who's had Andrew know he's extraordinarily easy to teach. He is game for anything. He will constantly try to improve. And again, I don't mean that in a cliche way. Looking through the grade book when I first had him in AP English, like any other student, that the grades didn't start off amazing, and then you just look at this progress, and just as I'm scrolling through all the grades, they're all just steadily improving. It's the student who ended up in an A in the class with 4 in the exam, and didn't necessarily come in with every single skill he needed. So Andrew, thank you so much. You were a part of a really hardworking class, really hardworking group that all of you really tried to give me what I wanted. You trusted me, you trusted the process. Just unflappable. Just every time I came to that group, that you guys were, and you were, Andrew, prepared to try to make sure you're giving me everything I needed, and really trusted me to help you. So thank you so much. I'm humbled and flattered that you chose me. I'm so glad that I have an impact, and best of luck to you in the future.
Ethan, congratulations on your well-deserved academic recognition. As your computer science teacher and the co-coordinator of the Design and Technology Academy, it has been my honor to work alongside you for the past 4 years. You are an amazing leader, coder, and technician, and will make a phenomenal cybersecurity expert. Congratulations again, Ethan.
Hello, seniors. Just want to congratulate you on all your athletic achievements this year. Our male and female athlete award winners this year are Kevin Adams Jr. and Sarah Sin. Your names will be forever honored at Monterey Trail High School. Go Mustangs.
Each year, we bestow upon a select few students the honor of being recognized as a Mustang of Merit. These students have shaped the culture of our campus through their contributions to academics, athletics, club and class leadership, community, and school service. Tonight, it gives me great pleasure to present the 6 students who have outshone all others in their contributions and successes. In this final section of our awards presentation, we honor students who received an honor cord, stole, or athletic award. Honor cords are used to signify a commitment and dedication to specific programs at Monterey Trail High School. Each different awardee receives a color-coded cord to signify the program associated with the award. In addition, we offer stoles for exceptional participation in CSF, National Honor Society, and Key Club. Finally, you will see many of our outstanding students who have received an award for their athletic participation. Congratulations to all of our award winners for the class of 2020. Thank you for joining us for the 2020 Senior Awards Ceremony. We look forward to celebrating all of our seniors at the virtual graduation ceremony on Thursday, June 4th at 11 a.m.